Hey YouTube, what's going on? Brooklyn Bionic here. Another quick DIY. This one's supposed to be a real quick one. Today we're gonna change what? We're gonna change the both filters. We're gonna change the engine air filter and we're gonna change the cabin air filter. I think Acura sometimes call that the cabin pollen filter. I think that's what they call it sometimes, but whatever. Cabin air, cabin pollen, whatever. So which one you want to do first? Let's get into it. Let's go inside. Let's change the cabin air filter first. All right. All right. You gotta access the filter first to your glove box. There it is right there. Second you want to do, make sure your glove box, take everything out of it. It's going to make this go by a whole lot easier. Next you want to do, you got to remove this access panel here. This panel, you remove this and then you have actual access to the filter. First of all, these filters, the engine air and the cabin filter, they both have the same maintenance on them, meaning they need to be changed at the same time, which is anywhere between 15,000 miles and 30,000 miles. These filters, I changed them already, only have about maybe 3,000 or 4,000 miles on them, so I don't expect to change them. I don't expect them to be totally filthy, but if so happens they are, I'm not afraid. I got the Black & Decker on deck. I'll just give it a quick vacuum and put them right back. All right, so this lock is going to be hard with one hand holding the camera and one hand doing it. To remove this access panel, there's a clip on each side. You just, let me see if oh man, gonna need nails for this. Oh no, all right. Actually didn't need to move both clips. All right, you see how that works. There's four notches at the end of it. Put back up in here and go just like that. So you just move them like so. All right, just pull this out of here altogether. Now, as you can see, that is that's the filter housing actually that we're looking at right there. That's the filter housing. And there's two notches on each side. And it's gonna be the same thing. You pull one notch and pull the other notch and just drag it out. But before taking it out, note that all the writing is right side up. That's, you can remember to put it in the right way, and the arrow is pointing down for the airflow. So just make sure when you're putting it back in, we're putting it in the same way. All right. Let's see if I can take this out with one hand. Okay, camera. Jeez. I don't think I can do this with one hand, people. This might be a pro. There we go. All right. You just pull it out like so. And there's your filter. Easy peasy. Now there's the filter on the top. See, mine don't look too bad. Oh, wait a minute. I got some dirt going on in there. Houston, we have a problem. No problem. It's not a problem at all. Like I said, I got the Black & Decker, so I'll just stick it in there and vacuum that little bit of dust that's in there, but that's not too bad. Okay. This filter actually comes out like so. Just push it out from the bottom and pull it out like so. Let me see if I can do it to hold my legs. There we go. This is the actual filter. This is what you're changing. So take note of that. I don't know if this is the model number. I believe this is not the Honda OEM version. I got this off of Amazon. I think it's a FRAM Ocean Breeze or Fresh Breeze, I don't remember, but right about now I'll be putting that on the screen for you to get. At the time I bought this was actually cheaper than the OEM one, but I think I looked at it maybe a month ago just to, I was bored, and this actually costs more than the OEM right now. I don't know what that's about. Maybe it's because they're getting popular or something, I don't know, but this is the FRAM Fresh Breeze, I believe. I think it's Fresh Breeze, not Ocean Breeze. All right, so right now I'm just gonna take this out off camera. I'm gonna give it a little vacuum and then we come back, we're gonna put it back in. All right, give me a sec. All right, guys, I just gave it a quick vacuum off camera. It was nothing too bad. It was easy. And I found out that this is it's a FRAM Fresh Breeze. It's not Ocean Breeze, it's Fresh Breeze. And this model actually has like baking soda embedded into it. I guess that's supposed to help with the filtering, whatever. But this actually costs more money than the OEM now. So you might want to go OEM, depending on what you feel like doing. I mean, a filter's a filter. You could go aftermarket or OEM. It doesn't make a difference. All right, now let me see. To insert this thing now, I noticed that one side is lighter than the other side, like the underneath is dark. But forget about that. Don't worry about all of that. What you need to do, all filters have a directional flow in them. You watch the arrow, see? The directional flow is down. This is the same way we're gonna put it back into the slot there. And the filter should also have a down. So this is how it's gonna go in. Always watch the arrow. Don't worry about what color is on what side or whatever. Just go by the arrow always. That way it's no confusion. All right, so I believe this one's gonna do it like this. There's no way in the world I could do this with one hand. But another word to note is, you see that? I don't know if you can see that. You see that little slot? And of course it's on both sides. You don't make sure when you put this in, this goes into one slot and the other end goes into the slot. They have to go into the slots for it to have a perfect fit. So always remember that. I'm gonna try to do this with one hand, but I might have to go off camera, put it in. I mean, it's pretty easy with two hands. But one hand is a no-no. So I'm gonna have to pause for a second and be right back. I'll put this in and then we'll come back to it. All right, done deal. That was really easy with two hands. Okay, now I have a nice and clean filter. Let me show you the underneath. Oh man, it's about to come back out. Let me show you the underneath. Remember I was telling you about the slots? Make sure they go into the slots. You don't want it, because I mean, if you don't put it in a slot, it's gonna be that's room for dirty air to escape and get inside your cabin. I mean, you got your family in here and you in here. You want to breathe good air. Make sure the service is done, or you can even check it. I check mine twice a year. But make sure when you put it back in, it goes into the slot on each end, as you can see. See that? All right. Just slide it back in here now. That was an easy job. Well, it was supposed to be easy. All right, there you go. Make sure when you put this back in, again, the arrow's down, the airflow is down. The words are right side up. Arrow's down. Always remember that. Very hard to get that wrong. Push that in. Okay, clips in. Everything is good. Now we get our flap. This was upside down. Like I said, you got your four notches. You're gonna insert that there, and yo fellas, you should let your wife do that one. This one is not even worth our doing, man. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to the women, but come on. That was crazy. Easy. The hardest thing for me to do was to take all the shit out of the glove compartment so I can do this. All right, on to the engine air filter now. Okay, on to the engine air filter. Okay, this is what we're looking at here. This is the filter housing. I'm going to swing around to the driver's side. This is the view from the driver's side here. I'll try to put a light down in there so we can see everything, but let's see what happens with that. All right, this filter housing is held on by 4 clips. You have 2 over here. Now remember, I'm on the driver's side looking towards the passenger side now. You have 2 over here and 1 on each side. If you can see it. I don't know if you can see that one, but there's one there. 4, 2 in the front one on each side. So you just take out the side ones first. It just clips. Oh man, my light just came off. You just pop them out. Very easy. I don't know if you can see this one here. It's kind of dark back there. There you go. On, off, on, off. The two front ones, yeah. Very easy. They just pop out very easy. Okay. Now the 4 clips are off. This should just lift up easily. Alright, let me show you something here. For this to come out, you have to kind of pull it forward towards the driver's side because there's notches here. I don't know if you can see that. Let me try to move it around and show you what I'm talking about. You see that? That notch actually slides back into it. So look, there you go. Remember that. When we put it back, we have to slide that back into it and then close it and put the clips on. So, of course, there's one on this side, one on the other side, which you're not gonna be able to see. So, just open it up. Well, actually, the filter. I pulled the filter out by mistake. And there's your engineer filter. I'm gonna take it out and note some kind of orientation to put it back in before we take it out fully. Okay, so when you put in this back, the lip, this lip right here is gonna be at the top and the filter is gonna go inside. So that's easy. And you note how this orientation is. Let me see if that's different on the other side. A little bit different, but not much different. I don't think that part makes it different. But when you put it in, it goes in like so, with the lip on the top and the majority of the filter at the bottom. This is exactly how we're gonna put it back in. Okay, now looking at my filter, it doesn't look too bad. Like I said, it only has a couple thousand miles on it. And this one here is the original Honda OEM. Oh, it looks a little stink. I don't think that's terrible. But of course, I'll put the Black & Decker to it off camera. But it doesn't look bad at all. Does it? If this thing is rated for 15 to 30,000 miles and I only have 4 in it, I'll leave it alone. I'll just vacuum it out as best as I can. Like I said, this is the Honda OEM filter. This is not an aftermarket FRAM or anything. I'll forget the part number, but of course I'll put it on the screen or in the description or both. All right. I'll be back. Let me put the vacuum to that. All right, guys. Back with the vacuum filter. It looks the same to me. I didn't do much. But also you want to note, man, you want to make sure it's nothing crazy inside this housing right here. This is where the engine sucks air and breathes. This is the engine breathing tube right here. You want to make sure there's nothing crazy inside here. You can give that a little wipe if you need. All right, just put this back in here. Just like so. Remember, the lip up top, majority filter in. That's really hard to mess up, man. Yeah, this would be even an easier job if I had 2 hands to work with. This is easy, man. Yeah, I think the dealer, I don't know how much the dealer charges to change the filters, but I'm sure some crazy price. If I had to come and do this without a camera, I think I could literally change both filters in less than 5 minutes. Don't go giving your dealer money for shit you can do like this, man. This is crazy. All right, let's put this on now. All right, remember what I said, these notches have to slide. The first thing you have to do is slide them into the housing first. Okay, with one hand it's gonna be hard. All right, give me a second. Give me a second here. Okay. Sorry for the shaky camera work, but I had to use 2 hands. Okay, you notice how I slid that right back in? See that notch right there? See it comes out? Oh, it came back out. No problem. Those two back latches have to go in first, or you're gonna have a hard time getting the filter on. So make sure those two notches slide into that little housing first on both sides. And then when you put the filter on, it sits nice and easy. So we're gonna do it the same way. I'm gonna start with this two side ones first, two side clips. This might be a little hard because you have to pull it over the housing until you hear it click, of course. Let's try to do this one on camera. This one can take a little bit of muscle. Well, not really. And the side ones, front ones I mean, on. Done deal. I don't know if you saw everything, man. This light was flipping and flopping. But you guys get the gist, right? That's easy money right there. Acura takes from me. That was easy money. I wouldn't be surprised if they charged like 60 bucks to change a filter. Who knows? I don't know if that includes the price of the filter they're giving you and to change it, but whatever it is, I'm sure it's too much. Don't do it to yourself, man. Do it yourself. Don't do it to yourself. Do it yourself. Oh, I think I'm gonna coin that. Nobody steal that. All right, guys. BK Bionic. Out.